Hello. This is an impromptu coffee chat, and it's kind of the theme of what I've been doing this week on Patreon. This week on Patreon has been more about the creative life in general, I think. I've been focused on quite a few things, and a lot of those things have led me to this point right here. I have the DIY masking fluid and other resist alternatives footage. I just need to edit it. I'll be doing that this evening after Mr. Rockstar and I have dinner and he goes to sleep because he's working days. So he's going to bed really early to get up at like 4. And I am doing laundry. You could probably hear it in the background. And this is about a project that for now I'm calling it Me, Myself, and Life project. It's about a life self revamp. I'm resetting some things. The Reset Girl's already got that name. I started Project Me before Jenny Putton started doing Project Me. I was calling hashtag Project Me because I was the project. I was the work in progress. And then she started Project Me, and I was like, yes. And I loved some of the stuff in the beginning. I really resonated with some of the self-care stuff she talked about. I really resonated with doing more things like recipes, finding new recipes to try. I made bread, real homemade bread. My daughter taught me how. My daughter did it, and she took some pictures and stuff, and then I did it on my own. Different things like that. I resonated with a lot of that, but I didn't resonate with the whole thing because after a while, it started changing, and it became more about getting her inserts and more like a Bible study class for women. And I think to me, project to be about anybody. I don't think it should be to just women. I don't think it should just be in the planner community. I don't think it should just be about what notebook or insert or any of that you're using. I like some of her stuff, but yeah, I didn't. So now I'm at this place where I'm really ready to dig my heels in again and start on myself, really. And part of that's because of all this self-care talk that I've been doing this month. Whew, yeah, it's really lit a fire under my ass, and I am ready, y'all, ready. So, with the whole thing, what I've broken it down to are some categories. The mind, which first and foremost, when it comes to yourself and your life, your mental state has a great deal to do with that. Body, I think that's important. Your environment, I think that's very important. The goals, your goals. I think that's another one that's important. Your soul, spirit, I'm going to put a slash there because I think it depends on the person. And then I'm going to say the other. So I have 6 categories. Basically, I don't know what to name the other yet, but I will. And I'm thinking about doing this for the newsletter. Doing weekly updates on Patreon because this is sort of has to do with the creative process. And after doing some reviews, finding free things to help me along my way with my YouTube analytics to get better with YouTube, to become a better content creator all the way around for Patreon and for YouTube, to get better with the blog, to get better with all this stuff, social media. I've been doing some research and I've been watching some videos and reading some blog posts and reading some books. And I've realized that some of my niche, what I thought would be my most popular videos are not the most popular videos. Anything that has to do with NaNoWriMo most of the time are going to be viewed really well. My Omni Journal videos are viewed really well. One of the NaNoWriMo videos, some of the Omni Journal videos, and some of my comparison with Tomoe River notebooks and my coffee chats are the most viewed videos I have on YouTube. And some of the videos that I think are really good don't get a whole lot of views, and some of the videos I think are complete and utter, like I did so, actually get a lot of views. So go figure. So after doing that, I realized that maybe my niche isn't really what I thought it was. After doing the planner series, starting that, I realized I have too much crossover in general some places. And Patreon and YouTube is one of those things. I need better boundaries with the two of them. So working on me and myself as in my presence in the places and my presence in general. I've realized that maybe what I need to do for Patreon, and y'all can correct me if y'all would rather not, is that for Patreon, I need more content that's specifically for Patreon. Some of the new journal things I try, like when I experiment, when I try a DIY thing, like this masking fluid and the resist alternatives, I would like to eventually put that on YouTube, but I want to find some more things and then do a time-lapse version, not the real thing version, for YouTube, maybe towards the first week of April or so. But I like to try things, and I'd rather do the trying of the things where, you know, it's the real life kind of creative process for Patreon, along with the real life stuff with the creative process, with the planning and the journaling and things like that. More creative projects for Patreon, more creative journal videos for Patreon, coffee chats, and doing some chats as voiceovers for some of those things where I talk about my process with it and what I was thinking about it. Now, this DIY masking fluid is going to be a little bit longer video because I'm not editing any of it. I'm going to edit out the long pause where I get up and I go to the bathroom to wash the brush. But other than that, I'm not really editing anything out of those videos except for really long pauses. So if that's something that y'all are interested in, and doing the regular journal with me's and the regular plan with me's and things like that, doing that stuff for YouTube, because yeah, YouTube is taking such a dip with a lot of things. Like, I've lost subscribers this past week when I did the writing with tarot, using tarot for your writing. I lost 5 subscribers after that video, and I'm like, what in the hell? If they need to go because I use tarot for my writing, or because I like collecting tarot cards, or for any of those things, anything that's remotely spiritual, then they need to just go ahead and go. They don't really need to be subscribers. I'm old enough and mature enough to the point where that kind of stuff. So what I was thinking for the newsletter, since it's a monthly newsletter, doing this project for the newsletter and updating, doing a video and a blog post, a coffee chat once a month where I kind of do some stuff. For Patreon, I'd like to update once a week. All patrons, not any one tier, but for all of you who are patrons, so that you're getting stuff, you know what I mean? And then making some of the actual footage video of things, doing more vlog style stuff, little bits of it, not a whole lot of it, more vlog style, because I'm not really very good at that. Sort of a compilation of things in the video for the newsletter. So after I go over what this is really about, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this video is for y'all. It is not for the newsletter. I am in my Saturday. I have on Converse. My hair is in a ponytail. I've been cleaning. I've been filming. I've done a lot. So this is, yeah, this is real life, y'all. So the mind, attitude stuff, a lot of attitude stuff. How I feel about me, how I feel about others, how I feel about life, how I feel about creativity, how I feel about my writing, art, the blog, the newsletter, YouTube, where I'm at, an adjustment of my attitude, getting more proactive instead of reactive with a lot of that stuff. Affirmations, gratitude. Meditation could also go in the spiritual part. See what I mean? A lot of this has to do with self-care. The body, second part, the body. So stretching, and then eventually getting moving that up and getting past the baby yoga thing and into yoga. Maybe yoga for beginners, but still yoga. I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to start getting a little bit past the complete amateur baby yoga and getting to yoga for beginners. Self-care stuff like face masks, hair moisturizers, hair treatments, makeup, hair, skin, vitamins, stuff for the body. My self-image, doing some stuff with my self-image. Walking and exercise. I'm going to maybe do a one or two. If y'all want more, I will do more walking and talking videos where I go walking again. I'm going to start doing that again because the weather's gotten nicer. It's still chilly outside. It's a gray, chilly, almost rainy. It's kind of rained a little bit day. So maybe I'll have to take the umbrella, which will make filming harder, but I can do it. And clothes. The third part, environments. We're going to talk about inside the house, my home, and we're going to talk about outside. We're going to talk about my space in here as well. So rooms in the house, literally, not just figuratively, but literally get more and more into the use it or lose it. So with all of my rooms in this house, gutting, purging, cleaning, and organizing every single room in this house. I have 1 year. I'm giving myself 1 year for this part of this project to get some of this stuff cleaned up, gutted, purged, organized. Yes, that includes things like painting my bedroom, painting our small bathroom, reorganizing the furniture in our bedroom. I've pretty much got this room under wraps, except I need to finish the closet, and I pretty much have the dining room done. But the kitchen, like the cabinets, I need to redo my linen closet. We need to clean and straighten up the living room better. I need to fix my friggin' vacuum cleaner because it's not working right. And I don't have the money to buy one. This dentist thing is costing an absolute fortune. We've already spent, first time I went was about $300. The next time I went was about $200. The next time was $100. This last time was right at $200. Now I'm going back on the 9th of April, and that's going to be right at $700 and something. It's like $774 or $778. So split up, it's $400 and basically $440 because it's split into 2 visits, and that's not. And I think I still am going to have another visit, so that will be another $100. So we're talking about. I've already spent probably 2, 4, 6. I don't know. It's going to end up being a total of like $2,000 altogether, and that's with insurance. So yeah, and then I still need to get glasses, y'all. It's getting to the point where I'm having a hard time seeing certain things with my glasses. So that's the other expensive thing. And we're broke. I canceled Art Snacks. I've canceled Ipsy. We haven't canceled Hulu or Netflix because we don't have cable. I am revisiting what I'm a patron of. I love Romney, and I love everybody I'm a patron of. I added Allie. I would not have done the planner course or anything last month when I mean the beginning of this month when I got my Patreon money. I would not have ordered some of the supplies or any of the stuff when I gotten my pen if I'd have known that this was going to cost this much. I would have saved that money, the YouTube money and the Patreon money from last month and from this month. The YouTube money I didn't get this month. I didn't get enough views. I didn't earn enough through AdSense. And on top of that, like when I got the flat tire and different things like that, there were things that ate up what little bit of savings. You know how it goes. So this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this too, because you'll see in a minute. So some of the things that for my home, I have a couple of plants that I'm going to clip and let root in a jar with water because I have a couple of containers. I want more plants in the house. And the one plant's getting to the point where it's getting too long, so it's time to clip it anyway. So I'm going to repurpose. I'm going to have some more plants. I like plants anyway. I really want an aloe plant. I killed my last one that had gotten huge. The outside, I've been thinking about a garden, planting my own garden, growing some of my own vegetables. I've been realizing as this weather has been all yucky that I really need to, as soon as the weather permits, go out and clean up and weed and stuff my little rose bed. We need to trim some of the edges and stuff around the house, clean up the yard really good. We also need to fill in that hole that's at the foot of our makeshift driveway. I want to clean the carpets in here. I got to get the regular vacuum cleaner fixed first. I want to finish the flooring. After I get all this dental work done and get new glasses, the next thing is to buy. We still have some boxes. We need about 4 more boxes of the really large tile things to finish the dining room, to put the flooring in the dining room and the hallway. I want to wash down the walls in all of the house. I've done it in here. It's time to redo it again in the kitchen. I also need to do it in the dining room. I want to, like I said, paint our bedroom and reorganize our bedroom. So number 4 with goals. Goals is where I was talking about like some of the money stuff and some of the other things. So I want to get all this work done. I want to finish that up. I want to save some money. I need to save money to have the engine rebuilt in my dad's truck that I have inherited. It's a Ford F-150 long bed king cab. I need to put a new engine in it. I need to save money to have my she cave moved before my brother takes it over, which is what my dad did not want. But it's going to cost a pretty penny to have it moved, and I don't have $1,000 to have it moved. Regular goals, some of the goals that I have, I've realized that I actually need to be reviewing some of my goals on a more regular basis so that I can see if I'm doing those actionable steps that are required for you to do your goals, meet your goals, get your goals done. I need to look at things daily, look at some things weekly, some things monthly, some things quarterly, some things yearly. You know, be more in the practice of reviewing things and not just doing like my planner stuff. I need to actually do the hardcore planning, which is why I've been revamping how I plan, because I've realized that I can write down the goals all day long. I've got them written. This is last year's. I pulled that out so that I could show it. But I also need to have a better system of reviewing things. I need to actually look at the then and the now for some things. Like, where am I with certain things now compared to where I was? What is my why? Why am I revamping certain things? Well, because my why has been slowly but surely changing with certain areas. Planning, journaling, sketching, art, Patreon, YouTube. My goals change as I grow and learn as a person and as a creative person, and those things need to grow with you organically, and I can't stay the same all the time. I need to grow with things, you know. So I'm looking at my why, and then I was thinking about Carrie Harling's why not. There are some things in my life that I hesitate to do because they're out of my comfort zone, or because of my anxiety, or because of both. So I need to start thinking about some of the why nots. Why not do a project like this one? Why not do a newsletter? You know, why not? So those are some of the things with my goals I'm going to revisit. Now, some of this is going to get a lot more detailed, but for this video, I kind of wanted to just go over some things and see what y'all think, because I'm seriously thinking about doing a shorter version of this for the newsletter. A more, you know, this is my creative process thinking thing, because I think it's important, and their version of it's not going to be as detailed or as personal. There are going to be some things that I'm not going to put in the newsletter, because the newsletter is with YouTube followers that are watching, some of y'all too, but you know, I don't know who is and isn't subscribed to the newsletter. As far as like some of the names I recognize, a lot of them, there's a couple of people and I'm like, who? And maybe it's just the email that I don't recognize. So I'm thinking about some of the, where was I? What my why? What is my why? What was my why? What am I changing to make things better for me and my why? So then the fifth category would be soul spirit. And some of that would be to get out of my comfort zone more. Some of that's going to be to be more intentional, to be more mindful, to practice my spirituality at least once or twice a week for like at least an hour, to do more things when it comes to my spirituality, and to do more things for me spiritually. So, to, like I said, be mindful, to be more intentional, to do some more reading because I love to read and I love to learn. But reading also soothes my spirit. To seek joy and kindness, but to actively spread more joy and kindness. To work on that actively work on being more kind, being more joyful, and spreading joy and kindness. So then on the other stuff, which I'm probably just going to label self, I need to get out and talk to more people in real life. I need to do a little bit more socializing. And I don't mean socializing like as in a party and going out and, karaokeing or anything. I mean just getting out of the house more, getting out of the house at least one time a week that doesn't have to do with errands or bills or any of those things. Really, truly taking an artist date and a self date, part of maybe doing it in one day, where I take 1 hour and it's the artist date, and then take 1 hour for myself where instead of just grabbing a cup of coffee and leaving or going outside and drawing, to sit inside Starbucks or wherever and have a cup of coffee, read for a bit, journal for a bit, write for a bit, create art for a bit, or whatever, and to say hello to at least one or two people. Seriously, y'all. The more shut in I am, the more hermit I am, the less social I've become. And part of it has to do with anxiety. And the other part of it is just what I've gotten used to. And I need to get out more. I need to socialize more. I need to spend more time with family. And I need to make that time quality time. So around Mimi's house, and I talked about this, when we're sitting at the dinner table, there's going to be no phones, no social media of any kind. When I go to my mom's, I think I'm going to see about that as well. Practicing that, have everybody when they sit down at the table at my mom's, because my mom's birthday is the end of this month. It's on the 30th of March, and we're going there next weekend. I will take some pictures of some scenery, and I might do a little self video vlog, but while I'm outside, but I doubt very seriously if I take too many pictures other than maybe of Victor. So those are some of the other things. I'm sure I'm going to add to this as I go through, because there are certain things that need to happen. I need to think outside of the box, just things for me to sort of think about and figure out. I don't know that I want to create printables that would make cute little stickers and put them on Etsy. I don't know if I want to open an Etsy store. I don't know that anybody would want to buy my artwork. I'm having enough trouble getting all the postcards done and getting them mailed out. Maybe I'm not at that place where I feel like anybody would want, like, somebody suggested the little foodie things, like what I did for my daughter that one year for Christmas, I think it was, or for birthday, when I made her the little foodie canvases and I drew little items of food on it. So I don't know if anybody would want things like that. If anybody, doing commissioned work. Wouldn't mind doing commissioned work, but I don't know that anybody would even want that. But those are some of the things I've been thinking about, brainstorming different ideas. Getting outside of my comfort zone when it comes to myself and life and my creative life, and adjusting some of my thoughts and getting out of my comfort zone more. When it comes to self-care, I think it's more than that. It's more than self-care. It's about the self and being the best self you can be. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about that with all of this self-care talk. So I don't know what I'm going to call the project. Right now it's Me, Myself, and Life project. So if any of you have a catchy phrase, because Project Me is already taken, y'all let me know, because I would love a better name. I don't know if Me, Myself, and Life project sounds okay or not. I don't know. I'm in that like really weird zone because this is a brand new idea, sort of, kind of, but not. But I'm seriously gonna do it now. Getting out of my comfort zone, y'all. I'm being brave. So this is pretty much an unedited coffee chat. What you get's what you get. And sorry if you could hear my stomach growling and you can hear the washer and the dryer in the background. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will see y'all again this evening, late this evening or tomorrow, depending on how long it takes for me to edit and get it uploaded, the DIY, and then I'm going to finish filming the second part of it and get it up. And I also have to do a plan with me. The plan with me is probably going to be filmed tomorrow and get up, and I will try to get it up on YouTube, and y'all will get it if you want to watch it. I can put it on Patreon too. Y'all just let me know. Thanks, y'all. Bye.